Yo, what's up guys, welcome to another Assetto Corsa video, and in today's video I'm going to be teaching you how to modify or customize your SRP lights and how to do it properly. There's a bunch of config files that you can download online, but this is how you do it yourself properly, right? Also, I'll leave my personal config if you guys want it. I'm going to teach you exactly how I did it, but if you guys just want to download it, it's going to be over in the Patreon. If not, you can just follow the tutorial and you see exactly how I did everything. And you can add a twist to it if you want to, to have your own custom lights. All right, so first you're gonna go over here, 3 dots on SRP, you're gonna click it and you're gonna go on folder. Once you open the folder, okay, just go back a little bit. It should be in extensions and then, or extension, my bad. And then external config. This is the file you need to modify, okay? So I'm gonna load up SRP real fast. I'll be right back. All right, so we're driving the Shiesty SRT, available in Get Low if you want to go get it, if you want to go try it. It's actually so fire. I gotta show you guys. As you can see, we got the subs in the back. We have a fully detailed engine bay, as you can see. Windows roll back up. It's actually awesome. Come on, like, let's be real, it's fucking fire. All right, so one of the tools you're gonna need, all you gotta do is turn it on. It should come with your content manager, object inspector. If not, I will leave a link on how to get it, because I'm like 99% sure it comes with your content manager. And it's a pretty good tool. It helps with a lot of things. If you watch my other tutorial on traffic, you need this also for offline traffic. But what you're gonna do is just have it open, and you can go on free cam or drone cam, whatever, whichever one you want to use. And you can come over to whichever light you want to change. In my case, I fixed the tunnels by making them brighter and a whiter color rather than the cringy orange. I'll put it on camera how it used to look like for me, even with somebody else's config. So I guess it's just like a common problem. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna hold Alt, and then you're gonna click on the emissive that you want to change. In my case, I don't really want to change much, but just for the sake of the tutorial, let's say I want to change the color of this light. I don't think I clicked the right thing. Hold up. Yep, I did not. All right, so let's do it again. There we go. All right, so we have the lamp head selected. We're gonna come over here. I'm sorry that I keep moving away from the microphone. We're gonna come over here, and as you can see, it gives you a material name, and it also gives you a shader name and a mesh name, right? What you're gonna need is a material name. So once you get the material name, here's what you're gonna do. Okay, so once you've done that, you're gonna come over to the config that we opened up earlier. You're gonna press Ctrl F to pull up the find option, and you're gonna search for the material that you want to change. In my case, is lamp 702. So that's where I'll look up, and I'll go up just to make sure that it's not that I'm at the top of the key. And then we're gonna come back down. So you can see it brought me down to this light series 2. Just to make sure that I can see what I'm doing, I'll come over here. All right, so this is not it, and I can tell already, just due to the color. The way the colors work is RGB config. So the first number is your red, your second number is your green, and the third one is the blue, right? So if they're all the same, it should be a white color. Depending on how much blue or green you have, I guess it should be pretty easy to tell what color it would be, right? So it's definitely not this one. As you can see, this is the proper one because my red is all the way down, my green is all the way down, and then my blue is very bright. So let's say I wanted this to be a orange color, for example. What I would do, I'll make this 100, and then I will bring let's say 250 on the red, and 170 on the green. I think should be an accurate color representation. As you can see now, they're orange, and that's just a nice touch to have. The more color lights you have, the better your game will look if they're properly coordinated. In my case, I run the greenish white and the purple. So I'm gonna revert it back to what it was because I truly did enjoy the way it looked. Okay, so here's another thing that you gotta keep in mind as well. You see this 1.0, it's how the value is multiplied. So that's how bright it will be. It will have a one level of brightness. If I make this a 10, it will multiply it by 10. If I make this a 0.5, it will reduce it by 0.5 or half. Right? So let's say I want these lights to be a lot brighter. I come on here and let's say I make this 11, right? Which is, it's ridiculous. I'll make it 11. As you can see, now the brightness of that light or the spotlight in itself is significantly brighter. I don't recommend doing this unless it's for tunnel lights or a specific light on the map that you really want to see from far away. But other than that, I'll just keep it at default, or if anything, I'll lower it. And as you can see, it looks pretty good on camera. All right, so another thing that I want to explain to you guys is conditions. A lot of people don't understand what a condition means. They just look at it and don't touch it. So I will explain to you guys exactly what it is so you feel a little bit more comfortable playing around with the conditions and whatnot. A condition is pretty much a script for a specific light or a specific emissive texture, right? So it says sun smooth. That means when the sun goes down, it will smoothly turn on. Now, I would just teach you how to change this, right? So let's say, for example, you want these lights specifically to always be on. You're gonna change the sun smooth to always on. If you don't feel comfortable typing it yourself, you can quite literally just scroll and you will find a light that is always on. For example, the tunnel or the overhead signs, right? As you can see, the condition is always on. You can just copy it, paste it right here, and the light will literally be on during the daylight, nighttime. No matter what time it is, the light will remain on. This is useful for certain replays. Like let's say you want a sunset replay, but you want to keep some of the lights. It's useful for that type of stuff. So another condition that I want to teach you guys about is the RGB condition, right? So that RGB light right there on the Ferris wheel, it's also available over here on whatever that is. Not sure what that is, but you can apply it to pretty much anything because it's a condition. So if I wanted to have every building have gamer lights for whatever reason, you know that one meme. Go back to my game, Alt and click the buildings, and it should give me a name for a material. All right, so once you locate the material, all you're gonna change is the condition to SRP rainbow. As you can see, I have it copied. And then you just save it. And as you can see, now you have RGB buildings. I think this is over the top. I think this is not necessary. I think it borderline looks ugly if I'm being real. Oh, that's fucking awesome. All right, so let's see how it would look like if you were making a video. Personally, I think it looks a little tacky and it definitely takes away from realism. I would probably apply it maybe somewhere in the Shibuya area for some, maybe even the train. Maybe even the train will look dope with some RGB on it. But besides that, I would not bother changing anything else to RGB. It's so fucking funny. But don't do it. It's not worth it unless you're just crazy like me and you want to do it. Okay, so that is how conditions work. There's a bunch of conditions. I'm gonna leave a list of conditions in the description that you can use to you know, just play around with and make configs and whatever. Over at Get Low, we're working on big things, working on a lot of mods. As you can see, we have the Shiesty SRT done. We're working on a Camry. I'm not going to speak too much on it. Some images on the screen. As you can see, it's not like, oh my god, it's a fucking Camry. I get it, but it's those are the mods that I like making, and those are the mods that I like driving. Personally, I like driving more regular traffic cars, and yeah, I think you guys should enjoy it. We're bringing a bunch of new stuff to Assetto Corsa. We're trying new stuff out. People say it's impossible. People say you can't do it right. People say that it shouldn't even be done because it's not worth doing. We're gonna take the shot and we're gonna try things out. You know, we're gonna try cops and robbers. We're gonna try slow traffic. You know, traffic jams. I made a video on that. I'll leave it in the description if you guys want to go look at it. Yeah, I'm gonna try a bunch of stuff out. We're gonna test things out, make sure everything works right. And in the meantime, we're still gonna let you guys test it out because it's like, we're developing it actively, and you know, you guys can just go join and play with us whenever you want. I'm gonna make a video on mods that would change Assetto Corsa and are fairly easy to achieve. I'm just dumb, so I really can't do it myself. But I will make a video on that. If you guys have any mods that you think are needed in the Assetto Corsa community, make sure to leave them down in the comments so I can add it to the list. And I'll see you guys in the next one. See you.